up? A Cinema Shogun here, and the word of the day is accommodating. What do you think of when you hear the word accommodating? When I hear the word accommodating, I think of a five-star hotel. When I hear the word accommodating, I think of a nice, quaint little bed and breakfast. I think of my grandma's house. You know, somewhere where someone is going to go out of their way to make sure you're comfortable and to make sure you have everything you need, to make sure that everything is copacetic with you. But when I hear the word accommodating, you know what doesn't come to mind? Court. Court is like the least accommodating thing I could possibly think of. You know, you don't wake up and just schedule court into your day. You wake up and schedule your day around court. No one wants to be in court. It's the least accommodating thing you could possibly imagine. Yet it's the only word we could use to describe Jared's experience with the court system so far, with this case that he's going through right now. You know, during his first hearing, of course, YouTubers ruined it, and I wasn't happy about that, but let's not play around and act as if that wasn't accommodating for Jared. You know, you understand what I'm saying here? Like, as a judge and as the court system, you should have your court in order, regardless if it's in person or virtually. You didn't have to stop court and reschedule everything. You could have kicked everyone out, handled your business like you're supposed to. But instead of that, it feels like they were accommodating Jared. Okay, let's make sure that everything runs smoothly. No one's live streaming. Let's make sure Jared gets some more time before the next court date. It kind of felt that way. And then, of course, we didn't even know that Jared was going to have court today until the weekend. It was kind of like something that, I'm not going to say it was covered up, but it was kind of like sprung upon us. And then we didn't know that we would be able to virtually tune into this court date until like 30, 45 minutes before the hearing. Luckily, SF Investigates on Twitter was able to get the link for all of us so we could tune in. So already it feels like they were accommodating for Jared. They were making sure that Jared's comfortable. Everything is going Jared's way. Let's make sure that everything's okay for Jared. And then you find out during the hearing that Jared hasn't even shown up to be fingerprinted yet. And I want you all to understand, Jared should have been fingerprinted not before this hearing today. Jared should have been fingerprinted before the last hearing that got canceled in the middle of court. Yet, as of right now, Jared has still not been fingerprinted. Now, the average person would not be doing this. The average person, this would not be okay. And Jared's lawyer is trying to make sure, hey, can we accommodate Jared? We need some accommodations. Can Jared maybe give his fingerprints over here in this state instead of having to go to Utah? Never mind the fact that Jared has no problem hauling all around America, taking advantage of families and making a reality television show out of people's despair. Oh, you got a car that may be in a lake? I'll travel all around the world to make sure, I can get some YouTube content. But I can't possibly make it to Utah to give you fingerprints. So we're at a point here where I have to be careful with my choice of words. That's why I'll just say the court system is being really accommodating. It's being really warm and welcome to Jared. It seems like maybe he's getting some treatment that the average person wouldn't get. And in my mind, it seems rather narcissistic of Jared to not having even given a fingerprint yet. It's like, I'll do it on my time when I'm ready. You know what I mean? This is the second court date. It had to be rescheduled. But I'll give you the fingerprint when I'm ready. Or hell, maybe I won't even give you a fingerprint. I'll just do what I want. It's very narcissistic, in my opinion. In my opinion, choices like that, it shows that the person must be kind of confident. This is just my opinion, but in my mind, if I was accused of something like this and I was innocent, I would make sure to be on my P's and Q's. I would make sure that my fingerprint is there on time and on schedule. I would make sure that I have everything together the way that I am supposed to have everything together. And on top of that, even if you weren't innocent and you just really wanted to beat these charges, you wanted to look good in front of the judge and in front of the jury, you make sure you got your P's and Q's together and you got everything together. You understand what I'm saying? You make sure you got everything together. You don't want to be looking bad out here. You don't want to be showing up to your third court date and you ain't even gave your fingerprints yet when you should have given them before the first court date. But it makes it even worse because here we are on the second court date. So you even had extra time and you still couldn't be bothered to give your fingerprints up. It's like, forget that. I'm going to do what I want. And to me, it kind of blows my mind because I'm like, oh, what? A normal person could not do this, ladies and gentlemen. A normal person could not do this. So already, it makes me worry. It definitely makes me worry because we're already seeing some things that just, like I said, I got to be careful with my choice of words here, but we're seeing some things that just look kind of, It just make you go, wow. Why does he get this treatment? I guess he just gives y'all his fingerprints when he wants. And now they're trying to seal the records. So they're going to try to make sure that we can't find out information. They're going to try to make sure that we have a hard time getting information out of this case. Luckily, though, a protective order was put in place, so he can't be contacting the hero. I guess that's what some people are calling her, Jared's cousin, the victim. Finally, there's a protective order put in place. I wouldn't put it past him to try to reach out to her, to bribe her. Who knows what's going on there? But I gotta say, seeing how things played out in court today, it was really uneventful. Like, there's not a lot for me to go over here, with you all. There's not much for me to talk about. But what little did happen, and just the way things were going down, it was kind of revealing to me. And it makes me worry, and it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. And then we have Jared, who is extremely confident, as if, I ain't got to give y'all my fingerprints. He's on YouTube telling people, AWP isn't going anywhere. We're about to go on a new winter trip looking for more cars. So it's not reading like a guy who's worried. It's reading like a guy who's almost overconfident. And that is really weird to me, considering the fact that he already admitted to this crime. I see a lot of people who are like, it's guilty until proven innocent. And I understand that people want to ride that wave. But the reality is people don't want to accept what's going on here. They don't want to accept that Jared is this person who is capable of doing this stuff. They want to be fangirls and fanboys. They want to watch the YouTube videos. That's all they care about. But this isn't a accusation that was made and Jared denied the accusations. This isn't a random person that just came up with an accusation against Jared and Jared was like, no, that's not true, and Jared's fighting it in court. That's not what's happening here. Jared admitted that all of this stuff was true in emails and even tried to gaslight the victim and then doubled down to his friends or ex-friends and told them, yeah, my statement is the emails. So we're not dealing with a situation here where it's like, okay, this just completely didn't happen at all. We're dealing with the situation where Jared has acknowledged that this has happened. So regardless of what happens in court, regardless of how much money Jared may throw at someone in court to get him off of this, he's already acknowledged that this happened. So to have an admission out there and to still be so confident that I'm not going to give y'all my fingerprints, I'll do it when I'm ready. Oh, AWP is going to keep going. And he's acting like nothing's happening here. It's almost like he's overconfident. And I hope that overconfidence isn't there for a reason, because he knows that he knows someone that can help him out with the situation. Let's just say that. Because it's looking weird. It's looking weird. And I'm not the only person that can spot that it's looking weird. It's not like it's just, oh, Cinema Shogun thinks things are weird. No, this looks kind of sus. And it's just, there may not be much to it. And that's why I use the word accommodating. At the very least, there may not be some big, conspiracy going on here. And that's not what I'm trying to say is going on here. But at the very least, they're a little more accommodating towards Jared than they would be your average person. And I don't think there's any denying that after seeing how things went today, and after finding out that he hasn't been fingerprinted yet, and after seeing how they kind of, okay, we're going to shut down this court date, and then we're going to kind of try to sneak this court date in on you. But he will be back in court, I believe, on December 23rd, if I am not mistaken. Let me make sure. Next case is December 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Utah time. So hopefully the ball gets rolling here and we start finding out something. Hopefully he gets held accountable for everything that he allegedly did. But I think we're going to have to keep a close eye on this one, because I'm not too confident that justice will be served here, simply because I feel like there's some type of an overconfidence coming from the other side. And I don't know if that's just, that personality that Jared has, and he wants to put it out there. That overconfidence to, I guess, sway weak-minded people into thinking that overconfidence is a sign of him being not guilty. And I hope that overconfidence isn't coming from him having something in his back pocket or something like that, if you know what I mean. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I will talk to you all in the next video.